Texas Cattle Feeder Association Junior Fed Beef Career and Leadership Camp is designed and developed for juniors and seniors in high school. We feel like as TCFA, and we spend a lot of time on this camp particularly, is because we know how important it is to have a couple things take place. One is to have a future in the feeding industry. The second thing that we hope that we create out of this camp is an advocate for the feeding industry by teaching these participants and students just a little bit of knowledge and give them a little bit of information about the feed yard industry that is surrounded in Texas, Oklahoma, and Mexico.
I've always had an interest in the beef cattle industry. I got my first cow when I was about 5, and I raised registered shorthorns. Got here on the first day, and we actually purchased a fake set of cattle, and so we split into groups, and that was pretty interesting to get to do that. So yesterday we had a pretty interesting marketing class as well. Learned a lot about hedging and puts, and just lots of different things on when to buy, when to sell.
But hedging is saying, like, you want to sell cattle, you put that on the market, and a put is more of an insurance of the hedging. So if the market goes down, you can have an insurance so you can make profit. My dad, he does a lot of the hedging and put stuff like that. He's tried to explain to me, but I've never really been able to wrap my head around it. But the men that talked to us yesterday gave us better examples, and I was able to greatly grasp the concept of it.
This camp is such a wide variety, and we tried to show as much as we can. Media training, we get into the media side. We teach these kids not just about feed yard camp, but about life as well. We do etiquette training. We'll spend time in the West Texas A&M meat lab where they can they'll actually cut up their own steak, and then we'll turn around and cut the steak that they cut. We show them in ecropsy.
I really want to be in the cow-calf industry and raise registered shorthorns and then some commercial cows as well. But feed yard is one thing. I'm definitely not going to cross it off the list.
I've looked into being like a marketer or somebody like that, trade or broker, something like that, but I'm keeping my options open.